there's a way to integrate legacy. How about this? How about you have these live events be in the elevated series events, right? The new schedule that the tour has brought out.
Yeah.
The live events be on top of them.
Yeah.
So essentially, you have the individual component to it, and you have the team component alongside it. Why couldn't you have that at a Riviera? Why couldn't you have that?
You can.
You can absolutely have that. You know, these heritage events, make them team events as well. Everything continues to progress in this life. And how cool would it be to go to one of those heritage golf courses and go, dang, we're able to root for a team now. That's super. To me, that'd be cool.
Who even has the control? Because a lot of this just feels like ego. Like at the end of the day, a lot of this feels like ego.
It's 99.9% ego.
Yeah, and that's where I'm just like, who's got this? Who's pulling this string? You don't have to tell me. I'm just, in my head, I'm just like,
oh,
you can assume.
You can assume who's pulling the strings.
Yeah, right.
Everybody out there, if you just think about it a little bit, the voices in the room, you could assume who's pulling the strings. You have one guy on the left, which is HE, and then you have the other side, which has some pretty adamant voices. And it's 2 or 3 people on that side making the decisions.
Live PGA Tour, are we done with this part of the conversation?
I'll say this to finish
Let's wrap it up.
To finish it off, I know that Live and the PGA Tour at some capacity are going to somehow coexist. And I know it's going to be for the good of the game. It's going to take some time. But I know for professionals, the audience, it's all going to be awesome. The next 10 years of golf are going to be super interesting, and there's going to be a lot of business opportunities moving forward in the future for people to see, view. I mean, even if we're talking about TGL, like there's that, you can watch that as well, right? There's so many things that are going to happen. It's going to be very dynamic. I don't know what the full future looks like, but I do know it's in a positive direction.
Good.
There's enough people behind with enough capital to influence the game in a really cool direction.
It definitely feels better now than it did.
Yeah. And it will continue to be better. There may be some hiccups and some bumps along the way. It's the way it always works in life.
That's good.
But it's going to be positive.